Howdy, and welcome to the next installment of the UTPB HPC cluster tutorials. My name is Matt, and I'm going to be showing you today how to SSH into a compute node and how to run and execute a batch file in Slurm. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so we're at our basic area. We're going to do an ls to see where we're at in our home directory. That's great. So from here, we actually want to SSH out of here because we want to go to a compute node. So we're going to SSH our name at nos-comp. Oh wait, before we do this, in a previous video we mentioned the sinfo command. The sinfo command shows basically Slurm info, but it also shows the node list, which is important here because that's where we're going to get the name for our SSH. So SSH, and then we're going to go username at, and just to be fun, we'll make it comp07. Alright, so warning permanently added to the known list, so that's good. So that means that now it'll recognize it the next time it logs in to this SSH. So now that we're on this compute node, we have to check, make sure module list, make sure we have our Slurm and our Python both on this node, because each node has different local module files, and they'll have different ones loaded at different times. So to run Slurm, or the Simplified Linux Utility Resource Management, is the way that we run jobs through this cluster. Using it requires two file types, so basically a compiled program file type, which is either C++, a C#, a Fortran, a Python program, and a batch file. This batch file directly interacts with Slurm, and that's actually what you'll be executing to run the Slurm job. So to do this, let's look at C. So we have two files that I want you to take note of, helloworld.py and helloworld.sh. So for the first one, let's open the py, which is the Python program. So we're actually not going to open it, we're just going to look at it. So concatenate, or cat, the helloworld.py, and we'll see that this literally just has the statement print hello world exclamation point. That's great. So now let's do the same thing with the sh, and in here we can see it has our shebang starting command, which is how you start all of your batch commands, and then the most simplest program that you could build, which basically says use Python to execute this Python program. Great. So with all that taken out of the way, and for both of these files, you can scopy them onto the server from your local machine where you've built them. That's best practice. There is a way to use word processors on the cluster, but it will throw exception flags and it will notify the administrators, because that's typically not the way you want to do it. But moving on, so to actually run and execute this command, and to do this through Slurm, how do we do that? We use a command called sbatch. So this is or you can use srun for a singular job, but for most jobs and for most things, using sbatch is a more robust method than running srun. So sbatch, and then we're going to run our shell file, so helloworld.sh. So when we run this, it should show us the file in the queue, and we won't have enough time because it's executing so fast to actually show it in the queue, but I'm going to still show you the sq command anyway. So we're going to do this, we're going to see that the job is job 116, then we're going to press sq, and we're going to notice that there's nothing in there, and it's like, wow, I thought I just did this job. It's like, yeah, but it's already finished. So we're going to say ls. So notice the difference between here and here is that we have a new output file. Typically, if you don't specify the output file, which you can do in the shell document, you'll get this Slurm, and then it'll have the job number, and this is an output file. So let's just see what's in that output file, because we didn't get that hello world. It didn't print out to the screen like we thought it was going to, or at least that's the way it seems right now. So we're going to do this as Slurm, and as you can see right there, it did print our hello world. It just put it in an output file, and that's actually better for research data and such, because instead of just having something that in its most base form just spews it echoes all this stuff out on the terminal, it'll actually put your data in an output file by default. So that's good. And that's pretty much all for this video. If you have any questions, feel free, and in our next video actually, we'll be going over more in-depth Slurm configurations for both the batch files and more tools and implementation that can be used in SBash and with Slurm as a whole and running jobs. So stay tuned, it'll be a lot of fun. Thank you.